Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, today I wanted to show you how to take a sharp 90-degree spine and make it even sharper. I guess you've seen on my videos I love to scrape, and I have a very easy time of it because I take a regular 90-degree spine, and you do have to start with a spine. Like if you have a new Mora, you do need to take and hit it with a file and get that spine good and at a good 90-degree angle. But and if you've watched my videos, I just used a side grinder. I buried it up in the end of the table and carefully went across the spine with the grinder. But after you get that 90-degree spine, you can still make it way sharper if you kick up a burr on it. And that's what this video is about today, making your 90-degree spine into a super scraper. So it's a very simple technique. Let me get set up in the sun and I'll show you what we're going to do. Let's use this Mora right here. It's one of my older Moras, and you can actually see on this side where I've been driving sparks off of that corner, but I have preserved this corner here for scraping. All right, I think I got the right angle. I just take my diamond stone. You know, it has this fine side and this coarse side. See if you can, I've been scraping a little bit with it this morning. There's a little bit of Fatwood on there. But this is what it looks like before we start. And we're just going to hold it as square as we possibly can and give it like 50 drawbacks in this position. Now it sounds like I'm putting pressure on it when I go forward, but actually the only pressure I'm putting on it is when I draw it back this way, because that is where we need the burr, because this is how we'll be using it to scrape. And your thumb will tell you all you need to know. If it's not sharp enough, give it another 50. I like to take the inside of my shirt to where the smudge won't show and go ahead and wipe out, clean out the stone. Give it 50 more. At some point, your thumb will tell you that there is a burr kicked up on that side, and you are good to go. I'm only applying pressure when I come back this way. The reason I'm not picking my knife all the way up is because I want to try to keep that square to the stone. And that feels good and sharp right there. Let's start off with scraping some bark. All right, these woods are just packed with American holly. There's little saplings everywhere. So I'm gonna harvest this nice section right here to show you what a bark scraper, this looks like a good piece here, what a good bark scraper the spines of my knives are. Let's scrape the bark off of that. It did a pretty good job of bark removal. Let's scrape up a little fatwood with it now. We'll save these fatwood sticks for my little pocket knife. I made these a couple weeks ago and haven't used a single one of them. Today we're going to use one. Right now, let's scrape this rough piece of fatwood with the same knife that we just sharpened.
Now when the grain starts doing that, flip over your piece of fatwood. A lot of times that'll correct that problem.
I was using this part of the blade, the part that I usually don't scrape with. All right, let's try one of these other knives. Let's try, well, I haven't cleaned this one up. It's still got smoke residue on it. Let's try the old Hickory butcher knife. See if it'll scrape. The wind's going to try to blow it away, but let's just keep going with it. Yep. We'll have to wait for the wind to stop blowing. Looks like I can stand in the way of the wind. Let's try it. It's an ongoing problem. In the wintertime, be dealing with that wind almost every single video I make. I think about half of it stayed on the table. Let's go ahead and ignite it. There we go. It works on all knives. Let's go ahead and break out my little Stanley 10-049 pocket knife. You've seen it 100 times on my channel. We'll scrape with it some. But the point I'm making is I've got all my spines with that burr on it. All the spines of my knives are super scrapers. Same thing on this. Now this, that feels like that needs a burr. I've got the burr worn off of this, so let's go ahead and put it on there. I probably sharpen my spines like this probably 3 or 4 times a year, but on my pocket knife I probably do it 6 or 8 times a year. It's something, you know, the burr is going to break off and leave you with just a broken 9-degree edge, so I don't mind going back and putting the burr back on there. Now, that's all it took to get the burr back on that. Let's go ahead and try some of our Fatwood sticks that we made the other day. Alright, we got one more left. The stainless Mora. And it's got a great burr on the scraping corner. Let's go ahead and try this out. It's got some rod in there, and here's some good. And here's the other rot. So let's split it again, see what's on this quarter over here. That's some good looking Fatwood right there. Let's go ahead and scrape this right here. Alright, y'all, I just want to let you know how you can turn your regular sharp 90-degree spine, turn it into a super scraper by doing a little bit more work on it with the sharpening stone and get that burr kicked up on this edge, and you will have a super scraper. Thanks for joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.